Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in. Now, I want to talk to you about this right here because this is, as you see, picking up more and more. One of the things that you got to deal with that you're going to be facing and battling if you're a woman. And then also, if you're a man, it's something good for you to think about and make sure that you're not under this here attack and that you're able to combat it in your life. And before we get going, make sure if you would like to be a partner in the channel, an investor in the channel, the link is in the description. So what that means is every month that I get paid, you get paid. Just to keep it simple. So you will own that percentage, that piece of the investment that you make. You'll see the 3 different levels. So click that link, go check it out. I think last time we had about 800 people who joined, and this time I'm not sure how many is available, how many slots available, but you'll see that on the site, and then you'll see the day counter that's counting down how much longer we got, and it won't be extended. So when it's done, it's done. If we cross the minimum, then that means we activate it. I think we crossed the minimum, so you have to check and see. And so if we cross the minimum amount, then we activate it. The part that say the max, that means like the total percentage that's available. But that don't mean we have to get there. You just cross that minimum. So God bless you. Thank you for that. Now I want to talk to you about this because this is a thing that's becoming more and more of a theme. And I have guys that I know who are late 30s. I was talking to one of my guys the other day who is 39, 38, 39. Got another guy who is maybe 36, 37. Another guy who maybe 39. Another guy who probably 44, 45. These are all guys that's in my circle that I know personally, that I've known for years. Some of them I grew up with that are still single. And it's just one of those things that's becoming more and more common. And here's the thing, what I'm realizing. Now, with those guys I'm talking about, all of them have seen a lot. They've seen a lot. So that's the case for some men I know in the world. And what I mean by seen a lot, when you are an athlete or a dope boy or just any kind of cool, any kind of swag, women come a dime a dozen. Like, it is disheartening that the rate and the amount in the way that women come. It is just, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. But it's like you a man and you conditioned and you told basically that you a punk if you turn these women down, if you don't get what you can get, if you don't do what you can do with these women, you a punk. And so that's essentially what it becomes. And so you end up just running the gamut and doing the most. And I think what happens is a lot of men lose faith in women. And with now you have OnlyFans and you have all the other kind of porn out there. You got Instagram, and here's the thing, there's a whole business of Instagram models getting flued out and taking on trips, getting bags, and they're not even prostitutes. Like, they're not escorts, they're not strippers. It's not what they do. They just look beautiful online, and that gets them perks and trips and bags and all of that right there. And I was talking to a young man earlier today who is single, never been married, and he is 43, and he comes to me for coaching. And he, when he's dating a woman, he is, and he's no different than any other man. Like, I was the same way, that he is. But when he's dating a woman, he supports her financially from anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000 a month. And he was dating a young lady, and it had only been a few months, and he was giving her thousands of dollars a month. And she's a single mom and beautiful or whatever. And then next thing you know, she break up with him, or they hit a little rift, hit a little bump in the road, and she like done. And so I'm getting bits and pieces of the story, maybe not the whole story, but I'm hearing these stories every day. And so men having this access to these women, they dealing with the women, and then next thing you know, something happens. And then the more beautiful a woman is, the more DM she's getting, the more attraction she has, and the more emotion she has. And what I've been told, and I don't know if I'm being lied to, with the women that I coach or that I have coached who are one of those ones, like one of the Instagram models, and they tell me that when they're dating a guy, they don't entertain any guy in the DM. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, because it's not like they want to just tell me that they're a HO or something. So I don't know what's true or not, but that's what they tell me, and I believe it. I give them the benefit of the doubt, and I take their word at it, because I also know that if they dating a guy and they public with the guy, or they posting the guy or whatever, and another guy is DMing them and getting some action, some motion, that we in a screenshot society. We just live in a world where people gonna tell your business. And so that's one of those things. And when I look at that right there, I say, okay, well, if that's how they do it, then that's one thing. The man doing what he's supposed to do, the woman is being committed or faithful, whatever you want to call it. But then the next thing you know is the woman takes or the man messes up, or they hit a riff, and the woman got this line of men that's in her DMs because of now, or she hop on a dating app. Now she immediately, boom, she got all these options. And if she has the 3 Bs, she got options. And so what's happening is men are also having a lot of options if they have the 3 Bs. And a lot of people think 3B is just for women, but no. Like my guy I was talking to, when he called me, one of my clients, two of my clients, almost anytime I talk to them, they own the treadmill. Like, I'm finna start back doing my videos on the treadmill. I got a walking pad in there. My birthday, March 8th. But cash out, hey, Joya. But that cash out, say that cash. No, take that back. Tell me why cash out, if you get blessing, they cut it off. Cash out say, you can't be popping no more. If you get like 5 or 6 blessings, they'll shut it down. They shut it down and start rejecting it. So I'm finna be over here like these men over here with I'm finna be over here like Dr. Umar. I'm finna put the PayPal. Let me give y'all that PayPal link. PayPal link, Venmo, Zelle. Trying to open up FDMG. And so I'm finna try to have abs by March 8th. But these men be on the treadmill. They be working out. Every time I talk to them, I'm like, man, boy, it's tough being a single man. I count on my hand how many times I get on the treadmill in a month. But single man, boy, you got to have the 3 Bs. And so just like my mentee and business partner, Caleb Curl, that y'all see on here. Caleb glowed up. Caleb, got out there, got him a high-rise apartment and started fasting, dry fasting, water fasting, and doing his classes and all of that right there. Got his body right and got his skin right and all of that right there. Done took all that right there. That is what these men is doing. So guess what? If they get in a certain environment, get in a certain city, now these options starting to happen. They get these options, but then there is a demonic trend. It's a demonic trend with a lot of women. Is that a piece of lint? It's a demonic trend with a lot of women. And y'all have demons out here. Y'all have demon possessed spell casting women who do YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, and y'all listen to these Bollywop women. And these women give y'all bad advice that rubs a real man the wrong way. So when you come in with your hand out and your mouth open and you focusing on hypergamy, you're going to lose. You're going to get flipped and tossed, and then you're going to get left. Point blank, period. And if the man is sleeping with women. So some of the men that I know, they're abstinent. One is a virgin in his late 30s. And then the others, they probably take you up on it if you offering it. And so, and you just never know. Even the men that's abstinent, if you get in the right mood, they done rode that bicycle before, so they might could end up back on that bicycle. So you got to think about that too. But the thing about it is these options, this is what's going on. So when y'all women, you sitting and you wondering, why am I single and when am I going to meet my husband? And you sitting there and you wondering that. So let me see, y'all. Forgive me on this right here. One second. Y'all forgive me. Looking at this flyer for the boys program. And thank y'all for the support. We have some supporters who looked out for us on here from the Blessed Tribe. We still got a long ways to go. We probably about a minimum of 20,000 short. We could be 40,000 short for the program. So y'all, that's why too, it's like with the investment thing, that's why I ain't pushing it that hard. I mention it, but I ain't posting it all over Facebook and Instagram and all like that, because it's like, I also got to think about these boys, you know, and because I done made a commitment to them, which to them is a promise. And so I got to figure it out. So I'm gonna tell y'all like right here, if y'all mess around, see me on the blog page, talking about Tony Gaskins was caught stripping at Chippendales. Y'all will know that we ain't receive enough donors and support. And then y'all see what my life comes up with. Like one of my mentors' nephew died in a car crash, so I had to post a link for the meal train. And so that is support right there. That's going there. So, which is that's support that could have been put to the boys program, but because that happened, it was laid upon my heart, him being one of our mentors in the boys program, to support his family and his grieving, because that's a very painful time. And then the investment is like people who want to get something back for themselves, which is understood. So you always gonna, when you offer an investment opportunity, you always gonna do way better on that than you is on a donation opportunity, because people want something back for themselves because of our mindset. And I don't fault nobody for that. I don't blame you. Like, I don't expect to be able to raise 50,000 in donations because it ain't no return on investment. You just being a blessing. So I got all that right there going on while I be trying to come on here and film these videos in between coaching. Got to coach another, just got off an hour coaching call, got another 2 hours of coaching in 30 minutes, back to back 2 hours, get a little break, then got to do 3 hours back to back after that. So that right there be the juggle. And at the same time, placing the orders for the boys program, trying to get the gear situated, making those right there orders, helping my clients with their inventions. We building apps right now. So it's a lot moving over here. So y'all understand that when I be shooting these videos, if I can't just fully all the way lock in on it, because I have to juggle and balance, got the customer service emails. Y'all give me some time on that. Thousands of emails I'm trying to get through. And a lot of times people, hey, hire somebody. I'm gonna tell you like this, right? People is lazy and greedy. Everybody's lazy and greedy. And if they ain't lazy and greedy, at the least they nosy. And for me running my business, I take care of my business. So I can't afford for somebody to be coming in and then be seeing people emails and confidential information, and then the person screenshotting and going home and looking up the person on Instagram, looking them up on Facebook, in the salon chair getting their hair done, and like, oh, look at this right here at the job. Look at this lady, what she sent in. The Tony Gas, and mama, don't tell nobody. Please don't tell nobody. And it's just like, I don't trust humans. So I have to do it myself, and it take a long time. So y'all forgive me on that. Got ESPN on too. So this is what's happening right now, where men are starting to get cold feet. Like, it used to be the goal of 90% of men to get married. Now it's probably about 50% of men that want to be married. Maybe 70 on a good day, but 50 to 70% now of men want to be married. And the men who, and I was talking to one of my guys, and he was like, man, I got to start coming to your events. He was like, be women there? I'm like, yeah, it be pretty much all women. Be 90% women, 95% women. He was like, man, I got to start coming, bro. So he said he going to fly to the San Diego event. He was like, well, I got to come because I need to meet my wife, man. I need to meet me somebody. I'm like, man, you don't want nobody, man. You 40 years old. It ain't like you ugly. Who do you want? And so now I have to pick up matchmaking efforts, and got more and more women coming to me for the matchmaking. It's not cheap, but it take a lot of work. And then men coming to me for the matchmaking because people are getting cold feet and getting scared of dating people they're meeting on social media or on the app. That's why I'm creating my dating app, trying to create a higher, better version of it. You still gonna have some junk and some riffraff. You can't keep that out 1000%. And especially if you wanted to earn money and be able to be sustainable and have a staff or have some marketing, you got to deal with the riffraff. But that's becoming the thing. And I'm gonna tell y'all now, women coming with their hand out, a lot more women coming with their hand out, and that's turning men off as well. And women is coming up with a bunch of stuff like, oh, it cost me $200 to go on a date. No, it didn't cost you $200 to go on a date, because you should already have your hair done. You should already be doing your hair and your nails and your makeup and wearing a nice outfit, whether you going on a date or not. Don't try to put that all on that man because it cost you $200. And like that lady that went viral on Instagram or whatever, and she had that forehead on her, and she talking about all the maintenance that it costs. And I'm like, ma'am, listen. If you out here with all that forehead, I ain't picking on you now. I ain't picking on you, but listen, no, don't talk about how much it costs you to get ready and all of that with that forehead, ma'am. Any man that dates you is making a concession. He is doing you a favor because we don't see foreheads like that on the regular. And that be the thing that's happening a lot now too. A lot of women who are just over broke is coming with a lot of unrealistic expectations. So you have good men, decent men who could be good men, who could do the right thing, also being turned off because of the permeation of these hypergamy messages. So now you got a lot of good guys going into hiding. And they just sitting there and they stressing, they twiddling their thumbs. I coached a guy the other day in maybe it was in Long Island. Brother, good family, maybe 37 or something like that, and can't find a wife. And the brother is, he has his own look. He don't have a standard look, but not ugly, just look different and just got his own unique look, and not unattractive to women, but just a lot of women get caught up in that hype of Michael B. Jordan. So now looking for a variation of Michael B. Jordan. And it's like, for one, if you take Michael B. Jordan ain't have no women coming up. So it's like, now that he got money and he done got a couple muscles, now all of a sudden he look good because the woman who went to school with him, who is now a radio DJ or something like that, or red carpet host, said he was a nerd when they was in school and walked around, he was a quiet nerd, walked around with his head shot. And when he seen her on the red carpet, he was like, yeah, I heard what you said about the quiet kid or the nerd. Yeah. And she was like, no, I ain't say that. He was like, yes, you did. Yeah. And walked off on it like, oh, he'll not. Oh, he'll not. He was looking at it like, you ain't Lori Harvey, and I done cracked that. Now what? And so that's what's happening that's happening a lot too. So now it's been said by a matchmaker a long time ago. I remember a matchmaker said that 70% of men are introverts. A lot of people don't know I'm an introvert because I get on here and I live my purpose for the Lord. So you can't tell that I'm an introvert, but now one thing, I've always been an introvert. I've always been very quiet, never raised my hand in class, never said a word, never talked in groups, never did that. But one thing I will always do is approach a woman. That's one thing I will bite now. That's one thing I will bite. I knew my whole life I wasn't nowhere near gay. Because one thing I'm going to do is approach a woman. Like, I almost got fired working at the call center, seeing a good looking woman. I went to calling her desk. Oh, yeah, you got a call for such and such. I just wanted to hear her voice. Yeah, somebody trying to get in touch with you. What's your name? Yeah, where you live at? I'm like, well, they had to call. They called me in the office. So yeah, Tony, this lady reported that she getting a call from you saying somebody trying. I was like, yeah, somebody called in. It was a black man trying to reach her. She was white. Well, we got fired, man. But listen, one thing about me, I will find a way to shoot my shot now. You hear me? And this was at that same job. I'm sitting in the cafeteria. Black lady come up to me one time. She probably 15 years older than me. She come up to me one time, slid me a note, say, I want to F the such and such out of you. I was like, what? In the world? I'm going to have to put that on the unfiltered. I can't even talk about it on here. I'm going to have to tell y'all about that story. I'm like, what the world? I'm going to have to put that on unfiltered. Blessed Tribe Unfiltered. So that's the thing that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So imagine missing your window before the age of 28. From 18 to 28, when most white men get married, imagine missing that window. That lady slid that note to me. When I tell you she was built like almost like a Tayana Taylor. She ain't had the abs, I don't think. But when I tell you was built right, and was pretty too, and slid that note to me. I was 21, I was 19. I was 19 because that was a summer job. So here I am, 19 years old, and I'm getting this. I could have been 18. No, because I would have turned. Yeah. I was 19 or 20. Nope, because I wasn't working at 20. I was 19 years old. I met my wife at 21. So I had to make sure I got that number right. What? How old you are? I ain't no white then. I ain't had that job. Y'all put these numbers together. And so here I was. I'm like, whoa, lady done slid me this note. And I know she was in her 30s. So imagine men who look half decent around that same time. It was two, that was a black lady. Around that same time, it was two Mexican girls came to me, my age, and they said, we both want to sleep with you. I was like, what? And I hadn't talked to one of them before, and she told me Mexican like white. Mexicans want to be white, and Puerto Rico want to be black. So I'm like, why you trying to come dip over here on the black pond when you said Mexican want to be white? That was her word now. So all my Mexican followers, don't get mad with me. I'm just telling you what y'all sister told me now. And so this is what men who look decent gotta go through. So a lot of these men, I ain't making an excuse for these men, I'm explaining it to you. Had I not got out the game at 21, I would have lost faith too. Because when you out there, I remember I was, so that was a black lady, slid the note. Okay. Then there was two Mexican ladies that say they both want to sleep with me. Then I was dating a white girl at 18, and she in college, 18, 19. That 19 other story with the letter, that was summertime. The white girl took and HO'd on me. She HO'd, slept with some of my teammates. To apologize, she said, I will get my sister to sleep with you. You could sleep with my sister. She said, I asked my sister, will she sleep with you? I was like, so you see, I'm just giving y'all a little bit now. And I ain't Michael B. Jordan. I ain't Idris Elba. I ain't more Chestnut. I'm just a little old Tony. And and listen, I ain't told y'all 1%. Listen, I can't even write no fiction book. I could write a fiction book with all truth, and you'll think it's a fiction book. Listen, I can't even tell the whole story. Can't tell all the stuff I done seen. And so y'all got to realize, and I remember I had a homeboy, look like this microphone. He was like, hey, we all men. Ain't nothing you could do I can't do. I was like, yeah, right. Well, you look like somebody stepped on you, boy. Boy, you look like somebody having boxing practice with your nose. That's what I'm thinking in my head. And so, but as I started to realize, I had a homeboy who was 2-3 inches shorter than me, 100 pounds, 150 pounds heavier than me. He went exchanging stories with me, telling about her right there. Hey, boy, ooh, when I tell you that right there, so good, boy. Ooh, what I was doing with her the other day. And then here she go walking by, let the girl walk by. I'm like, hey. I say, what? I say, what, you ain't lying? So now when I start to see men who look all kind of range of the gambit, flipping and tossing, I'm like, man. So that's why I try to tell y'all women, if you are a classy woman who can keep your legs closed, you are equivalent to Them people in Africa finding a 30-carat diamond. That's what you equivalent to. Because when I tell you the majority of women are easy, and I hate to step on y'all toes, but I want to help y'all understand. I want to be real with you and tell you the truth. All that, I don't normally do this. Man, if a half decent man had $1, every time he done heard that, he'll be on a yacht with Jeff Bezos. I don't usually do this. Oh, what movie you heard that on, girl? I heard that 19 times this week. I don't usually do this. Just save it. Just save it. Put them drawers on and go on somewhere if you don't usually do this. So I'm trying to tell y'all, so you take all that in the mix, and this is everyday men. This everyday men got women offering up their body, offering up their mama body, offering up their sister body. So the devil done put that sense of desperation. So now a lot of good men, they scared to death. They scared to death because then when you get on social media is playing a huge part in this. When you get on social media, you see a man taking a woman's life because he caught her in an affair. So then they get scared by that. Not to mention the corn. Not to mention the corn now. And we ain't talking about corn syrup. Those websites. So when you put all this in there, now you can start to understand the importance of when I tell you, you got to get out the house. You got to stop hiding behind, I'm an introvert. All right, you're going to be single for the rest of your life. I'm an introvert. You better be an ambivert. You better learn how to be an extrovert. You better overcome your fears. You better get in some therapy and talk to somebody. I'm an introvert. All right, introvert. You better be a singlevert the rest of your life. I'm going to tell you what you need to do, and I tell all my clients this. You got to get out the house. And everybody's life different. Some of you need to go to the country club. Some of you could go to Starbucks, sit there. Go to Barnes and Noble, walk through the mall for an hour. Just walking through that mall, you're going to get walked up to. The mall is a man's grounds. That's his courting grounds. The mall is where men go because men assume women like to shop or retail therapy. So the mall is where men go to shoot their shot. They're going to walk all the way through the mall. They're going to walk the track of the mall 2-3 times. Then they're going to go to the food court, walk through there, get them some free samples. They're going to scan all of the seats to see if it's groups of friends, if it's a woman sitting by herself. If you sitting by yourself, he going to get them something to eat. He going to get in your vicinity, and he going to sit near you. He's trying to see if your man went to the bathroom or your man and your kids. So he going to give it. So if you see a man sit in your vicinity, he mapping it out. He trying to see if it's safe to approach. So once he sit down now, if he look like your type, y'all looks compatible, you want to give it at least another 15 minutes. When it's time to get up, you want to get up slow now, because this how y'all be. That's how y'all be. Y'all forgive me. What I did to my microphone? Oh, okay. I see what I did. That's how y'all be right there. Y'all forgive. I done about broke my mic. Had the bottom come out of it. Had to messed up my mic. So, hey, y'all see how fast I got out of there? That's how y'all be. I had to messed up my. Y'all be to pull a hamstring because you get up so fast. You run it and then you speed walking. Then you speed walking on the phone with your mama. So now if a man come up to you, you think you finna get robbed. You done pull the mace on him. So he's like, whoa, my goodness, oh my goodness, I was just going to say how you doing. You done sprayed the man with mace. So when you out and about, you gotta be preparing to get hollered at. Nah, y'all, for those y'all don't know, I remember later overseas, can you talk a little slower and can you talk a little more proper? Because I barely understand English. This is my third language. So can you explain to me what hollered at me? Listen, everything ain't for everybody. Okay, everything ain't for everybody. This is America. So our dating scene might be different than your scene over there. So if you don't understand everything, it'll be okay. But you got to be able to get up. Okay, all right, yeah, and go. Okay, yeah, get my purr. Yeah, okay, get my purr. All right. Take your time, and then you want to walk at a pace that, like, don't try to be doing a speed walking like you're in a speed walking race that they do on a commercial, or they be walking like this and shoulders be like that. No, you don't want to be doing all that now. The man need to be able to catch you without pulling his hamstring. And then you need to be ready to get approached so that when he, excuse me, man, you don't, whoa, you scared me. I thought somebody was kidnapping me. You need to be able to gracefully, hey, how you doing? Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Tanya. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. All right. 555. That's how you need to be able to respond, like you was expecting to get approached. And so you got to get out the house, because these men that's single and worth it, and they done seen too much by now. They done seen too many lies, too much of this, too much of that. Like they done been out here, they done been around, they done seen so much. So it's like they having to cast their net, they having to expand their horizon. They got to get on the date now, go to the mall, go to church, go to, well, I was talking to a young man the other day, brother, handsome brother, fit, successful, can't remember how old he is. Could be as young as 26, could be old as 34. I can't remember, but he's in that range. And entrepreneur, got a few different businesses. Guess what? Works at the church. He live in Atlanta. He's not gay. He's not bisexual. Live in Atlanta. Serve in the church. Met his girlfriend at church. Seen her. Watched her for a few weeks. Approached her. Shot his shot. It goes down. Like, I got real live examples. It goes down. It happens. Oh, you can't meet nobody at church. I go to church every Sunday. I ain't met nobody. You might need to check on your 3Bs. He said when he talked to her, she said, I was wondering how long it was going to take you. She hadn't seen him. She hadn't noticed him. She said, I was wondering how long it was going to take you. But guess what? She did the right thing. She didn't shoot her shot. Had she just shot her shot, it would have messed up everything. It's like, and so that's what you got to realize too. That's why I say you have to be out the house. You got to have routine, and you got to frequent, because we got social media today. I got a coach in 6 minutes. We got social media today. So because we have social media, men have seen the clips and the videos of men getting embarrassed by a woman, the woman embarrassing him. I'm taking, and or whatever, and then seeing stuff like that, and then seeing the videos of women talking about, I can't stand when a man approach me while I'm trying to work out. Can't stand when a man approach me in the grocery store. Can't stand when a man approach me at Heaven's Gates, and all the different complaints. And it's really insecure women trying to tell the world that they get approached, and probably ain't even get approached by nobody, or got approached once in a blue moon and then trying to act like it's a regular occurrence because they want to feel pretty and sound pretty, and they want to be one of them ones. And it's like, if you one of them ones, you ain't got to talk about it online about you always getting approached or something like that right there. It's like, pipe down. And a lot of times you see the women who be talking like that, that glue be coming up. That glue be coming up, and you be like, okay, all right, you get approached, all right. Approached with a hair comb. So he coming up there to give you a gift. He gonna comb and brush and some gel. And so it's like, calm down. But men see that. The lady getting loud about man approaching the grocery store, but didn't offer to pay for her groceries. Man, we not gonna be them 19 kids. You here. That's their daddy bill. Like, I ain't even met you yet. What you talking about? Pay for your grocery? Gotta pay for your grocery just to say hello. How you doing? Are you single? Are you kidding me? So guess what? That mindset, which is very asinine and absurd, it gets labeled. It gets applied to millions of women. So now men look at that and say, man, this is how women think. So that's why you got to shift the culture. So now when you in the grocery line and it's a man behind you or in front of you, instead of shooting your shot, you may just ask a question. Hey, where did you get that those chips from? On the chip aisle? Oh my goodness. I didn't really mean like where did you get them from? I was just saying like I have not seen those. Like, were they hiding or were they by the toilet paper? Maybe, you just ask you a question, or you just look at him. He behind you. Get a little lip closed smirk. You ain't teasing ear to ear now. Hey, how you doing? You ain't doing all that now. You just a little pleasant. How you? That's what the 70% of communication nonverbal. Little 1 second. You need 1 second eye contact. Smile, nod, and listen. I done got that a lot of times now. I'm married, but sometimes I might be holding my phone so they can't see my ring. So I got that a lot of times, and every time I get it, I say, boy, that right there was the look right there. If I was a single man, shot would have got shot. You hear me? That's all it takes for a confident man. Confident don't mean extrovert. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Insecure and introvert are not synonyms. A man can be an introvert and still be confident. So if a confident man see you get him eye contact, he coming to shoot that shot. Got to cut this one short, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you. Keep your head up. The Blessed Tribe, I post a video for y'all about how to respond or how to fight back when a company try you. So check the Blessed Tribe videos. If the person who sent that in not in the Blessed Tribe, join the Blessed Tribe. But you got to visit youtube.com and join it versus going through your app on your iPhone, because it costs more if you go through it on the app on the iPhone. But hey, God bless you. Keep your head up. And guess what? Got us a donation. Ain't gonna show the other side. Got the addresses. Got us a donation in the mail for the boys program from a company in Missouri. So that was a blessing, and they're committing to more. So that's a blessing. The Lord saying, hey, YouTube, you don't want to support you like that. Tell them find a way to bless you. So that's a blessing. But no, I'm just playing. I thank y'all for the support. Really appreciate you. Means the world. God bless you. Let me make sure I got this right here. Session coming on. God bless you. All the important links in the description, and we will talk soon.